Most people use Midjourney just to make cool images. We use it to make an entire living, breathing universe. Hi, my name is Austin Riddick. I'm the founder of a project called Battle Brains, and this is a series called My Journey as a Web3 Founder. And today we're going to talk about the fifth tool that I have in my arsenal that I've been using for a number of years to help me actually do a lot of things for this project as a founder. And I'm telling you, I wish there was somebody to give me some advice and point me in the right direction when I first started this, and that's the whole purpose of this video. So the fifth tool that we have for today is Midjourney. Now, Midjourney is essentially like a Discord bot. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Discord, but Discord is one of my favorite tools. I know some people hate it, but I love it. Been using it as a gamer since like 2015, 2016. Now, what is Midjourney? Midjourney is an AI image editing or creation software. What the hell does that mean? Well, in this age of AI, we see all kinds of cool tools. This is one of those tools that really been around for quite a while now. It's a bot that you can invite to your own personal channel, and essentially it just allows you to create any kind of image. What's cool about this is it doesn't just create things from scratch, but you can also feed it images or tell it what you want. All right, let's talk about Midjourney, guys. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to midjourney.com and you're going to want to sign up with an account. You can make an account, and I believe you can also sign in with a Discord. I personally sign in with my Discord. Just so you know, there are two ways to work with the Midjourney application. You can invite the bot to a Discord channel and you can use it within the Discord application, or you can go to the midjourney.com and use their web application. Now, I used to use the Discord bot a lot, but recently the Midjourney web application has been absolutely stellar. I would highly recommend using it over the bot. But there's pros and cons to both. For right now, I think the website is so much better. But I'm going to show you guys a quick preview of something that I made in my Discord. Actually, I'm using the web application now, but I created a video for one of our video games. It's like a completion video, and the elements that are within the video, the background, there's like a flag in it, all those things, I use Midjourney to create those, and then I stitch it all together in Photoshop, and then I use After Effects to make the video. But let me show you guys a preview real quick. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let's get into how to use Midjourney and exactly how I used it to create elements of that video. Now, this is a Midjourney web application, and typically what I do is I go straight into the Explore or Create feature. I'm going to go over each one of these. So the Explore just basically allows you to see different things that people have created from the community. You can use them, take them for some of your prompts, and use them to create images if you like the art style or just anything that you see. It's pretty cool. You get to see what the community's been working on. Now, Create allows you to create images that you're working on. This is your personal folder. You can go up to folders here, click on that, and make a new one for different projects that you're working on. This is mine. I use for different art styles. I made a test one just for this video, and we can work on some of those specific art styles within those folders. This is the edit option. This tool gets so in depth. You can go in here and drag and drop something from a URL, upload an image, change the size, retexture it. It's unbelievable what you can do with this AI Midjourney application. This here, the personalize, is pretty cool. You can allow Midjourney to train specifically for you of what the art styles that you like. So it learns what you typically like to see, and you can train it, and it'll actually give you prompts, and you just basically click, I like this art style, don't like that art style, and eventually it learns and it'll mold to what you typically like. And there's a lot of other features here. but primarily I typically work with the create function and the explore function, or sometimes the edit. I'll also turn on the personalize as well. So let's go to our first prompt here. These are just some tests that I made, but I'm going to make a new folder here, right? And just call it test2, hit enter, and there we go, off to the races. So the way that this works is you can edit your application right here, the AI right here, and give it your preferences. You can do landscape, square, portrait, depending on what you're working with. I typically work with 16:9 because I'm making videos, which is either 1080p or 4K. But if you're making things for, like, let's say Instagram or YouTube Shorts, you can do 9:16, which is better for phone applications, right? It just depends what your preferences are. This is stylization, weirdness, and variety. What the hell does that mean? Essentially, what you're looking at here is you can give the AI more liberty to go crazy with whatever prompt or images that you feed it. So the stylization, it'll basically take the style that you've requested and it'll iterate on top of it. And the more that you put the style up, it'll get farther and farther away from what you ask from it, and you give it more liberties. Same thing with the weirdness, is exactly what it says. It introduces quirky qualities to your generated images. So you might generate an image with a forest, and you might just, when you have it on nothing, it'll just be a normal forest, and then you put all the way up the weirdness, and who knows, maybe the rock has a face or something like that. Who knows, right? The variety, similar, it allows you to take that image and give it other unexpected elements or results in different types of compositions. Really, like I said, you're just giving the AI more liberty to kind of go outside of what you're originally requesting it with your prompts. This is your speed. I keep mine on turbo. Let me tell you about stealth mode. I always keep mine on stealth mode. If you do not, if you have this off, everything that you create goes out onto that community explore page, or basically it can be found, right? It's basically out there in the public eye. If you're trying to make things specifically for a game you're creating, you want to keep it to yourself, make sure you keep stealth mode on. This is resolution, a standard definition or HD. Video batch size is how many videos that you want to do at a similar time. Just so you guys know, yes, you can create videos, animated videos with Midjourney like you would with VO from Google. Midjourney is pretty great with it. I would highly suggest getting into it, but that's a whole nother video. This is the version. I typically work with version 6 or 7. For my personal art style that I use for Battle Brains, like you guys saw, it actually, funny enough, version 6 works better for my art style. Version 7 is great, has a lot more versatility to it. But for me, I just found that 6 is better for me. Who knows, maybe 8 will be better when it comes out. So those are the different preferences you can have. I'm going to leave it the way I had it, but I'm going to put in a prompt. So let's just type in like 2D green forest with river, stone, rocks. I don't even know what the heck, where that came from, but I'm typing that in. All right, and I'm typing cartoon. How about that? I'm just gonna hit enter, that's it, and see what happens. Okay, it's done. Now let's take a look at these. Wow, these are pretty nice. Very cool, I like them. Very cool. Oh, I actually like that one the best, that's really great. I prefer more, you know, a variety in the colors. I like the colors to be a little more fluorescent. This is a really cool art style. I actually prefer this a lot. But I'll show you guys a little bit more with working with the AI. Now, there's lots of different options here that you have. Very similar to what we were looking at before. It's more of specific to the image. So you can tell it to vary it subtly or strong. So you can take this exact image and tell it to make small changes, which who knows, maybe the flowers will be a different color and that's it. But if you do strong, the flowers could be different colors, totally different trees. The river might change the trajectory. It just depends. You're really giving it more liberties to kind of do whatever it wants, right? Then you have the upscale versus the creative. Essentially what you're looking at here is you can upscale it subtly a little bit, or you can make it creative, which they make the image a lot bigger. You can remix it. It's exactly what it sounds like. You can tell it to give it completely different features all over the place, and you can do it subtly or very strong. It's more of a different, stronger variation of the vary image, or excuse me, the vary application. Then you have more. You can do a rerun or an edit. If you go into the edit mode, which I'll show you real quick, You can erase things from the prompt like you would like in Photoshop. You can restore things. You can change the size of the image real quick here. A lot of different cool features that you have working with this. You have a smart select tool, which allow you to, like, for instance, select the river, right? And then you can specifically tell it to delete the river or change the color of the river. It's whatever that you're looking for. This tool is incredibly versatile with helping you create exactly what you want. Now, let's get into the animation. I'm not going to go in too much into this, but I'll let you know you can animate any of the images that it creates. So if I want to tell this thing to make this river actually flow, you can absolutely do that, and typically it works amazingly. So what do you have here? The auto, which will give you a low or a high motion animation. But don't forget, when you're doing that, that is not a looped animation, meaning that, let's say it gives you a 5-second video, it'll start one place and end somewhere else. But when it starts and ends, you'll definitely be able to notice that it's not seamlessly looped like a GIF animation where it looks like it can run forever and you can't even tell when it stops or starts, right? You have to do the looping in order to get that effect. So if you do the loop, then it'll give you an animation that you can't even tell if the video's ever stopped or started. All right, let's hit the loop animation button and I'm gonna see what it comes up with. What? I was not expecting that at all. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if that's a seal. I don't know if that's a beaver. I don't know what that is, but hey, this is what happens when you're using Midjourney. You just kind of let it do whatever it wants. I mean, it is pretty cool. He's literally coming out of the rock in the grass. That's very interesting. This one here, that's a really weird looking bird of sort. Wow. Okay. That's a squirrel running on water. Okay. Or at least it looks like it might be. I don't know. And that's a duck going through rocks. All right. So this is really funny. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. You can do a lot with the video animation of Midjourney. As you can see, it's something you need to work with. No, it doesn't always actually look this janky. Sometimes you do it and it nails the animation immediately, but you really got to give it a guideline. So what you want to do is you want to take an image, bring it over to the video section of Midjourney, and then actually work with it step by step to see how it'll animate it. And you can give it instructions exactly what you want and how to animate it. And that way you won't get these, crazy results that you aren't quite expecting. But for entertainment purposes, this is pretty great, not gonna lie, especially the squirrel. I really like that. All right, guys, that's all we have for today. If you want to learn more from us and see us on our journey, like, subscribe, follow. We'll be posting a lot more content in the future. Take care.